Good day, everyone. Today we will discuss about the Z-transform. Z-transform is introduced to represent discrete time signals or sequences in the Z domain, which is a complex variable. So it is a concept for system function for a discrete LTI system. So for the Z-transform, let's say we have H of n is the impulse response of the system. If we have the impulse response, we have also the output response, which is equivalent to y of n. And for since we have an output, we have also the input, which is equivalent to z of n, which is a complex in exponential. So now to write it down, we have y of n as the output is equivalent to transform z of n, the input response is equivalent to h of z of n. So that is equivalent to h of z. To further simplify, h of z is equal to the summation of h of n, the impulse response, times z of negative n. From n is equal to negative infinity to infinity. So this one is called the function of h of z referred to as the z transform of h of n. So for general discrete time signal x of n, we have the z transform x of z is to be defined as, okay, x of z equal to equivalent to the definition of x of z equal to the summation of x of n z of negative n from n is equal to negative infinity to infinity, where z is generally complex valued and expressed in polar form as r e j omega. So when we have the summation from negative infinity to infinity, it is called the bilateral, meaning two-sided. So both side negative infinity to infinity. When we say unilateral, it is one-sided. So when we say one-sided from 0 to infinity or negative infinity to 0, that is one-sided. So if we say x of z is the summation of x of n, z of negative n from n is equal to 0 to infinity, that is a unilateral, meaning one-sided. So for the region of convergence, as in the case of the Laplace transform, here for the z, we have the range of the values of a complex variable c for which the z transform converge is called the region of convergence. So let's cite an example. So we have x of n is equal to alpha n u of n. So that is our example where alpha is a real number. So to get the z transform, x of z is equal to the summation of x of n times z of negative n from n is equal to negative infinity to infinity. So just substitute the value of x of n to this equation. So we'll have summation of alpha n u of n z of negative n from n is equal to negative infinity to infinity. But we have u of n, which a unit step function. From definition earlier, a unit step when n is equal to less than 0, it is equivalent to 0. So we'll have summation of alpha n. We will erase u of n. So we can just get the range of values of n. So alpha n z of negative n. So instead of negative infinity to infinity, we'll just have n is equal to 0 to infinity because it is a unit step. So with that, we have the summation. We can simplify it further. Alpha z negative 1. Just put the value of n outside to further simplify. Equivalent to n summation of e z negative n is equal to 0 to infinity. So for the region of convergence of x of z, this requires that our summation of a z negative n must be less than infinity. So when we say converge, it must be finite value. It doesn't go to infinity. It must have a finite value. Thus, for the region of convergence, we can have, in order for it to converge, the range of z, range of value of z, az negative must be less than 1. Okay, kung beyond it would be diverge. It would diverge. It would not converge. So AZ must be less than 1 or A must be less than Z or Z must be greater than absolute value of A. So we have that the region of convergence of the Z transform. So to get the value of the Z transform, we have from the geometric series, the summation of the values is equal to A 1 minus R for the geometric series, where A is the first value, first constant. X of Z is the summation of A Z negative to the power of n. N is equal to 0 to infinity. If we substitute n is equal to 0, az to negative 0 is equivalent to 1. So just to take note, if we explicitly elaborate the values of the geometric series, we could have az plus az squared, az cubed plus az to the fourth, and so on. But there is a first value of 1 there because az to the power of 0 is 1. So we'll have um, first constant value is 1, 1 minus their common ratio is equal to az negative. So the geometric series or the z transform is equal to 1 over 1 minus az negative for z greater than a absolute value. That is the region of convergence. To simplify it further, we can multiply both the numerator and denominator by values of z. So we'll have to simplify it by z over z minus a for the z transform. So that would be all. Thank you. So we'll have another example for the z transform.